Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
This is the Almighty for the chance to attend this special agenda, the second expert sharing session on ESP and tech tools with our distinguished speaker, Dr. Anisius Gumawang Jati, MA. Thank you very much, Pak Jati, for attending our sharing session this morning. As the MC of today's agenda, allow me to read our agenda today. We will have the opening, and then we will listen to the Indonesian national anthem. And after that, we will have a photo session, and then welcoming speech from the chair of Indonesian ESP teacher community. And our main agenda coming up next, sharing session from Dr. Gumawang Jati, MA, photo session. We have two photo sessions today, okay? And closing. Ladies and gentlemen, now we will solemnly listen to the Indonesian national anthem. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the sharing session today is held by the Indonesian ESP teacher community. And let's welcome Ms. Lulu Iswati Mhum to open and officiate today's agenda as the chair of ESP teacher community. Ms. Lulu Iswati, floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Miss Ernie. Good morning, Bapak Ibu. I'm sorry, I've been trying to fix my problem dealing with the videos, and I don't know what happened. So I'm really sorry that I cannot turn on my camera right now. Something is going on, but I'm still trying to fix it. But time runs, so I have to, to do my job right now. Assalamualaikum, good morning, Bapak Ibu. I am glad that finally we are able to organize our second expert sharing session. Welcome, Pak Jati. And also thanks to the committee members who have been earnestly and voluntarily working to make this sharing session happen. And also to the community members who have supported and showed enthusiasm in participating in every event that we organized so far. Today is a very special day for our community as we have a renowned guest speaker we have always been expecting, whose name has been very familiar to all of us, Bapak Gumawang Jati or Pak Jati. I still remember how our members were very excited when I told the group that we will have Pak Jati. Thanks a lot, Pak Jati, for being so generous, spending your weekend with us to share your experience and insights. Pak Jati, please allow me to share a bit about our community. Currently, we have 51 members in our community. This community was initiated in February 2021, and it was aimed at channeling the professional development of lecturers or teachers who teach English for specific purposes in different settings. When this community was firstly established, the members were lecturers from some colleges in Yogyakarta province, but as time went on, we also welcome ESP teachers of vocational schools and lecturers from other cities. Mainly, we maintain our communication through our WhatsApp group, in which we mostly exchange information about seminars, conferences, and other types of professional development programs. We also encourage the sharing of teaching resources or materials among members. Our group also opens opportunities for collaboration among its members in research, as well as involves members as research participants. So shortly, this community is developed for the purpose of giving opportunities to ESP teachers to grow together, improve their teaching competence, enrich their experience, and also widen their networking. All is done with the principle of voluntariness and equality. So basically, no one is more superior than the others in our community. Finally, on behalf of the ESP community, once again, let me extend my sincerest gratitude to Bapak Gumawang Jati from Institut Teknologi Bandung, who is willing to share his thoughts with us today. I hope and I'm sure that we will gain new insights from our interesting speaker today. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Ms. Lulu, for the welcoming speech. Ladies and gentlemen, now we will have our snapshot of attendance for today's agenda. The first one, we will have the second one later by the end of the agenda. So in the next 2 minutes, we would like to ask you to activate your camera feature. Let's have a picture together before we start the sharing session. Kamiri?
Okay. Let me count.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. There are 2 pages. Okay. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Enough. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mas Hanif. Ladies and gentlemen, now we will move on to the next agenda, our main agenda of sharing session this morning. I will hand the session to our moderator today, Mr. Hilman from Universitas Islam Negeri Sultan Maulana Hasanuddin, to lead the discussion. Time is yours, Mr. Hilman.
Okay, thank you very much for the Master of Ceremony, Ibu Erni Dewi. I would like to thank you for the community for running this seminar. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, good morning all.
Good morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the second expert sharing session. Please have a seat and pay close attention to the speaker. They're all English lecturer and teachers and all honorable participants of this seminar. I am Hilman, the moderator of today's seminar. I am excited to see you here. Before the speaker is going to present his material, here are the rules. Please take a look at it. Thank you very much for all for attending the seminar. Be on time. And the second, during the presentation, you are allowed to question by using chat box, or in the Q&A session, you unmute by yourself and say something about your question. The third, while you are asking, please write or say your name and your institution. And the fourth, make sure your microphone is muted during the presentation. The fifth or the last, respect the speaker by listening at 10 till 3. Then before we start to our main agenda, topic delivered by Pak Gumawang Jati, I will tell you his curriculum 5. Wait a minute. I'm going to share screen first. Gumawang Jati, or maybe some of you have known him. He is a senior English lecturer and teacher trainer in Institut Teknologi Bandung. His background education for the undergraduate degree, IKIP Sanata Dharma in 1987, and for the Master of Art, he took at University of Warwick, England in 1989, and for the doctorate degree at University Pendidikan Indonesia in Bandung in 2010. Field of competence: English language teaching, teacher training, digital material development, and ICT in education. From his working experience, he started from 1990, becoming an English teacher until present in Institut Teknologi Bandung. The second working experience, English teacher and course programmer since 1990 to 2000 in Institut Teknologi Bandung. Head of Language Center since 2000 to 2008 in Institut Teknologi Bandung. The last is the president of ITELL since 2018 to present. His project, he had some project from the British Council Indonesia, Adaro Foundations, and also Simeo Simolek. The first planner designed and organized the Work Ready Teacher Training Program for SMK teacher in Jakarta in 2020. And also the second planner designed and organized British Council webinar series for lecturers and teachers in 2020. And the third designed and delivered English for Indonesia teacher training program for K-12 teachers in Surabaya, Denpasar, and Bandung in 2019. Designed and developed materials and organized language training for the English for Ulama program in collaboration with West Java Province in 2018. Delivered the core skill head teacher and teacher training program in 2011. Planned and designed and ran workshops on material development for virtual teacher support network in collaboration with Pustekom in 2010. In other foundation, planned, designed, and organized the technology-based and best education teacher professional development program involving 600 elementary and junior high school teachers in South Kalimantan in 2018 to 2019, and in Simeo Simolek, design, develop, and deliver online learn course interactive and engaging online learning using digital comic in 2021. He had also many workshops and seminar from the beginning of this year until previous month in October 2020, ran a workshop utilizing tech tool for classroom activity. Dinas Pendidikan Kota Banjarbaru. So today's seminar is about English for specific purpose and technology tools. For the speaker, for the well-known speaker, time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Pak Helman. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Good morning and selamat pagi. Thank you for coming, and it's a pleasure for me to be here with all of you. This is not a seminar, it's just sharing. So I will share my screen, and during my presentation, if you have any questions, please feel free to interrupt me in using the chat box. Yeah. Okay, let me share my screen first. Yeah. So we're going to talk about a little bit about ESP first, then ended up with the technology tools. Hopefully that will help us. And I want you to be active and participate in the discussion later. We're going to use a lot of text for discussing. Yeah. We're going to look at a little bit of what ESP is. I think everybody knows that. Just to bridge to the tools or text tool that we're going to talk about. And we look at the challenges when teaching ESP that we are aware of. Then we can share that. Then I'm going to talk about apps a little bit that might be useful to help you teaching ESP. And then I'm going to introduce tools for self-study to help you creating a self-study materials later. Yeah. First, when you hear the word ESP, what comes in your mind? I'm going to share this in a chat box, the link, so you can answer it there. Yeah, just 1 second. Not a sentence, just a word. Type it in a chat box. Okay. 1 word. Click answer garden and type it there. Yeah, 1 word about ESP. Irrelevant, complex, need analysis. Thank you. Customize, academic, specific, special. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. The word specific. There are 3 participants mentioning that. Yeah, so far the others are 1. Okay, specific. 1 word. Yeah, special. There are 2 participants saying special, specifics 4. Okay. Any words related to ESP?
Wista prihatin dia.
Yeah, special and specific. There are 4 and 4. Very good. Okay, so it's special, specific, professional, academic. You need analysis. That's interesting. 2 times 2 credits. Challenging. Okay, good. Thank you very much for the response. So that's helped me a lot. Later on, I'm going to ask you another questions for the next one. Okay. What challenges do you have in teaching ESP, and how do you overcome the challenges? I want you to respond on this one using Padlet. I'm going to share the Padlet in a chat box. Okay. Okay, what challenges do you have in teaching ESP? How do you overcome the challenges? Click the chat box and you will be taken here. The material development, that's challenges in teaching ESP. The resources, okay? Content knowledge, material development, specific vocabulary, okay. Teaching model, resources, okay. R&D, okay, very interesting. The challenges here, you have students' motivation and readiness, lack of students' effort, online material for speaking, global needs, need assessment policy, unfamiliar subject area of content, and so on. Yeah. How to overcome? Need analysis, discussion with sharing. Yeah, sharing session like this is very good, so that you can share the problem, you can share the challenges. Also, you might discuss what you have done in your class. Yeah, so sharing best practices, it's very good. Yeah, very good. You have a lot of good suggestion here. I will keep this open later on, and then you can come back later after the after this discussion later. Yeah, thank you very much. So there are a lot of challenging, a lot of challenges, a lot of effort that you have tried to overcome the challenges. Yeah. Now we are using Padlet, and the previous one, this one, we are using Answer Garden. Now, can you respond in the chat, please? How many of you familiar with Answer Garden? Yang sudah kenal Answer Garden? ketik yes, kalau yang belum ketik no. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, good. No, 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 no. Ada yang belum? Ada yang sudah. Okay, not yet. Very quick. Answer garden is very good for brainstorming. Very good for discussion, online, synchronous. That's very good. Even I did this for face-to-face using mobile phone. It's also good because if you do a brainstorming and ask them to speak, usually the students will not speak. Yeah, when they have to type, and also anonymous that they will do that. Very easy. You do not need to have an account to create this, and the student doesn't need to have an account. What you have to do is you go to answergarden.ch. Let me show you just 1 second. Answergarden.ch. Then you click plus. Then you type the questions here. But this is only word, not sentences. Yeah. Write 3 words related to the pictures, for example. Then this is for brainstorming. The length may be 40 characters. So like Twitter, yeah. Then ignore the rest. Discover bullet dates, okay. Then that's it. Then you can create. As simple as that. Yeah. Then the student will answer here. Then you have to share with your student this one, the link at the top. Itu saja. So it's very, very easy and simple to create an activity for brainstorming. Yeah. Okay. How many of you familiar with Padlet? Can you respond in the chat box, please? Yes, okay, sudah pasti. Yes, no, yes, yes, no, okay, yes, no. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, a little, yeah. Padlet is very good. It's like digital wall that you have. You can post anything as long as you know the address. So you can share the address here. This is an example of how you use Padlet. So it's good for group discussion. Can be anonymous, can be with names if you want to. You can ask your student to write the names and so on. But it's good for discussion. Yeah. During the pandemic, it's almost impossible to have a discussion using a voice with the students because of the limitation of the Zoom and so on. You have to take turn, yeah, and will take longer time. But using Padlet, probably that will save a lot of time. You can post a video, you can post picture, you can post sound, and so on. Even if you're lazy typing here, actually, you can post other. Yeah, here, if you click plus, then there is a subject here. If you lazy in typing, you can click here and you choose the microphone, audio recorder, and this is your answer to that, and so on and so on. Okay, how to overcome the challenges? I think I have to meet my friends and visit the company or the factory so that I know the situation and I can focus in developing my material. That's just an example. Yeah, then I can post it there. Okay. So you can have pictures, you can have audio. I will not post it, that will take time. Okay. Yeah, you can post picture and so on and so on. So Padlet is very useful. If you are not familiar, Ibu Mutia, you are not familiar with Padlet, talk to your friend. Yeah, Bu Yeni as well. But now you got the idea what's its Padlet. Yeah, Pak Hanif as well. you will get free, actually, 3 Padlet only. Yeah, the rest you have to pay, but that 3 Padlet is enough. Thank you. Now let's move on. That's the challenges that you have. Okay, there is a chat here. Can we erase it? Yes, you can erase it. You can reproduce it. Try it. It's very flexible. Yeah. So play around with that. Go to YouTube. There are a lot of tutorials how to use Padlet. Yeah. Okay. Now let's discuss a little bit about ESP. ESP is not very easy to teach, not very easy to design the materials, because focus on the student's need or the student's future need. Yeah, that's become a challenge. So you have to equip the learner with a certain English proficiency level, and the language that is going to be used in the target needs. Tapi sebetulnya kalau kita pikir lagi, kalau yang ngajar SMK terutama, mereka itu mau kerja di mana sih? Do they really need English in the working environment? Maybe yes, maybe no. Itu yang kadang-kadang dialami oleh teman-teman yang mengajar di SMK. Ya. Then ESP provide instructional objective material method developed on the basis of the learner's need and potential interest. Learners, masalahnya learners need sama learners want and learners interest itu beda-beda. Ya, dia merasa tidak perlu bahasa Inggris, tapi gurunya merasa perlu, orang tuanya merasa perlu. Oke, atau kalau dia tahu, yes, I need English, but I'm not really interested in learning. That's become a problematic. Ya, karena yang sekolah di SMK itu kan biasanya berbeda dengan yang masuk SMA, yang di Politeknik berbeda masuk di universitas gitu. Jadi interestnya berbeda, level of proficiency when they enter the school is also different. Ya. Jadi membuat masalahnya menjadi sedikit lebih kompleks. Ya. Now I want you to try to do another discussion. Ya, tidak dengan Padlet, tapi dengan yang satu ini. I will share the link in the chat box. Just 1 second. Okay, let me share. Okay, click that and type in the column of pro or cons about ESP. Then you will be taken to here. There are 3 ideas. I put 3 ideas. Then you agree or disagree. Just add an argument there. Try it. Agree or disagree, or what's the pro, what's the cons? Semoga tidak terlalu menambah bingung tentang ESP. Agree, okay. How about point 2? Okay, disagree. They have to learn where they will be in the future. Okay. Ya, sudah semakin panjang. Very good. Now, how many of you type in the chat box familiar with three-sider? How many of you familiar with three-sider? Not yet, not yet. Okay. Ewanti, yes, very good. Ibu Nurti belum. Okay, not yet. Some of you, yes, yes. No, but not use it yet. That's okay, Bu Rahman. Not yet, not yet. Okay. Yeah, this is an example of activity that you can use. It's free. It's for discussion. It's for pro and cons. It's for voting. Yeah. So here you can put something like this written. You can put link to YouTube so that there will be a video here. Yeah, any issues, then the students can respond with pro and cons. Of course, you have to be careful when you design the ideas. Ideas that some controversial ideas, yeah, you need to agree or disagree. Yeah, in here. Okay, or you can put here. You can ask your student to add ideas. So if you want to add ideas, you can try it now. Diacak-acak saja, enggak apa-apa. Add idea, then that will be there. Meaning, as a participant, you can add your ideas. So the ideas is not only from the teacher. Yeah. So if you put ideas here, the result of a discussion, then the class discussion will be agree or disagree and so on. And that's using text. Yeah. So you can exploit this. It's called three-sider. So you go to threesider.com and you can, I'm showing you in a second. Yeah, it's not that difficult. You go to threesider.com. I have to log out first. Then you create an account. Okay, I log in. Yeah, then this is my three-siders. Yeah, you can create an account or you can create new three sessions here without having an account, but then you cannot keep your collection. If you have an account, then you can have a collection of that. Yeah, how to share with the students? Just share the link at the top later after you finish creating one. Yeah. Here, enter a new question here. For example, malam minggu Labu, just for fun. Then I click go. Yeah, malam minggu ke Labu. Then I can add the description here. Then I can add idea here. Yeah. When it's finished, then I will share this to my students. Okay, as simple as that. Then you can change the deadline. Usually the default is 14 days on that. Yeah, hopefully that will be useful for you when you have a discussion later on. Yeah. Okay, that's pro and cons about the ESP. Now, this is the definition of ESP. I will not going to talk a lot about ESP itself because I'm not, no one knows a lot. This is what I got from Hutchinson, for example. It's an approach to a language teaching, which all the decision as the content method are based on the learner's reason in learning. Tapi kalau di konteks kita, learners' reason in learning, macam-macam. So need analysis, like what you have discussed earlier, become crucial. Yeah. Robinson, 91, view ESP as enterprise involving education, training, and practice, drawing upon three major areas of knowledge, namely language. So ESP is dealing with language, pedagogy, students specialist area of interest. Ya, kadang-kadang untuk menemukan students or participant specialist of interest itu yang paling agak susah ya nemunya. Kalau yang di politeknik mudah, tapi untuk yang ngajar level SMA karena masih usianya masih muda dan segala macam, that's become another problem. Ya. Richard and Roger, 2001, is a movement, so seeking to serve the language need of the learners. Ya, jadi ada macam-macam. Ya, it's always dealing with content and real world skill. If you compare that with general English, that's the main difference according to what I've known and I've read. Yeah. So what's make it different is the real world of skills, acquire real world of skill with a specific content and a specific English, and should focus on the students or participants specialist area of interest. Okay. How about resources? Mas Fajar, resources, that's also issue, but now resources, a lot of resources that we can get from the internet. But again, it's challenging. Yeah. The four absolute characteristics of ESP. This is from Stephen. Design to meet specific needs of the learners. Yang jadi masalah yang desain siapa? Gurunya, universitasnya, sekolahnya, a group of teachers. Yeah, the design is very crucial. The problem is sometimes in the school there is no design available, so the teacher should do the design, the teacher should do the need analysis, and then the teacher should do the teaching. Jadi apa-apa sendiri gitu. And it's very difficult to control whether your design it's good or not. Itu yang jadi masalah. If I design my own, I use that for my own teaching, then I will assess that my teaching is brilliant. Gitu ya. Jadi ada apa kelemahannya juga. Related to content, ya, for particular disciplines. Ya, jadi centered on the language appropriate. Centered on the language appropriate to those activities in terms of syntax and lexis, discourse, and so on, and differentiated to general English. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to introduce you some potential technology tools that might help you when you create a material, when you create resources for your classroom. So I'm not going to talk about the policy and so on, but introducing these apps probably will make your life easier. Kira-kira gitu. Yeah. So I'm going to introduce some AI tools for the teachers to reduce your workload, and so that you can focus more on the content, focus more on the student, so that the output will become more effective. And later, I'm going to also introduce some AI for the student to learn. Yeah. My question is, does related to teachers' background count? Yes, Pak Nugroho. The background of the teacher count very much. Pengalaman pribadi mungkin tidak selalu benar. In my situation di ITB, yang ngajar bahasa Inggris kalau baru lulus atau belum berpengalaman dari FKIP dibandingkan dengan orang yang tahu subject matters yang bahasa Inggrisnya bagus, pasti disukai yang bukan dari FKIP. Walaupun metodologinya ya pas-pasan gitu, tapi lebih bisa berbaur dengan mahasiswa, the teachers who got a background knowledge gitu. Karena terus ngobrol asik tentang keilmuannya. That's in my situation ya. Tapi mungkin di konteks yang lain bisa berbeda gitu. Okay, let's move on. How many of you familiar with lesson writer? Mohon type in the chat box, please. Yeah, Mas Fajar, you're familiar with a lot of things. Antonia, not yet, not yet. Okay, a bit, Lan, okay. Okay. Ya. Ya, oke, kalau gitu saya kenalkan ya. You heard about it, but never used it. Okay. Lesson writer, the problem when you're teaching ESP, you got a text. And the text is not, in a quotation, it's not a normal text. A text about aviation, it's a text about marine life, it's a text about automotive, it's a text about, so it's very specific text. Then if you have to design or you have to create materials starting using the text, you might need help from AI. Kira-kira gitu, ya. So let me show you a little bit to give you illustration, ya. So I go to lessonwriter.com. Yeah. Later, you have to register, of course. That's free if you use the text, but if you have a video and then ask them to, or ask the AI to help with your teaching material, you have to pay. So use text only. Yeah. I try to log on. Yeah. Then first you can do start teaching. URL you have to pay, but if you use text here, it's free. So you have to make a lesson. Okay. Then you choose the class. For example, I'm using this class. The title saya ngabur aja ya. Okay, this is the source. Okay. Then I have to type text here. For example, I have prepared this text. Yeah, this text from Boeing, for example, about aviation, human factors. So I take this. Okay, enter copy, then paste it there. Then I create from this text. Oh, select a class. Yeah, there. Create from this text. Okay. Then I write the objective, nggak usah dulu. Then I click continue. Just to show you how it works. Yeah. Now, I can just express, meaning that everything will be done by the AI, the artificial intelligence. Saya sarankan mencoba pertama express dulu. Nanti kalau sudah membuat beneran, better if you use standard or detail, because the AI will ask you, do you want this? They will give you a guide to create your lesson plan. Yeah, but for the purpose of this workshop, just click express, just to show you how it works. Oke, mungkin agak berat karena sambil zoom, tapi tidak apa-apa. Oke, bersabar. So I can save and continue. Oke. So this is all student. This is lesson plan. So let's see all students. Yeah, this is the pronunciation that the AI suggests me to use. This is the vocabulary suggested by AI. There are 15. This is the reading text, questioning organizer. Yeah. Okay, this is the questions suggested by AI. From my experience, the questions here is high order thinking skills. It's hot. So maybe it's too difficult. Yeah. So think about that. Grammar, adverb of frequency, suggested by the AI. Then you have the vocabulary, suggested by the AI with the exercises. Vocabulary practice, matching. Then vocabulary practice, free writing. Yeah, this is suggested by AI. It's not perfect, but at least give us idea. Yeah, how should I deal with that text? And then here is the lesson plan. You click the lesson plan, you have the objective. Tadi kalau membuatnya bukan yang express, yang standard, itu akan dibimbing. Objektifnya apa dan akan mempengaruhi vocabnya, mempengaruhi grammarnya dan seterusnya. Ya, because I'm using this express, so it's everything is provided there. So you got the objective. You got this activity for vocabulary, you got the activity description, differentiation guide, and assessment with the suggestion. Yeah, lumayan. Then give you the answer key for that. So basically, this lesson writer will help you thinking. Again, it's not perfect. Pasti nggak pas, pasti dan seterusnya. Tapi memperingan sedikit kerja kita. Yeah, so don't just print it and then give it to your students. Of course not. You have to think about that. Yeah. Okay. Semoga bermanfaat to help you when you create a vocabulary exercise and reading comprehension. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So demo and create sudah tadi. Then another one. Nanti dicoba sendiri ya untuk how to create that. You can I provide the tutorial as well. Nanti bisa slide-nya di ya, nanti slide-nya akan saya bagikan. Another AI that might be useful for you, it's called question generator, it's called Quillians. How many of you familiar with Quillians? Yang sudah kenal dengan Quillians? Pak Hilman, no? Not yet, not yet, not yet. Ya, kalau gitu, Bapak Ibu harus ikut ITEL Telegram Group. Itu kalau ada software baru, teman-teman teriak-teriak di situ gitu. So, if you're interested in technology for language learning, you can join our Telegram group. Nanti bisa saya bagikan di akhir. Ya. Oke. Quillians, links please. Yes, sure. Quillians itu seperti ini. You go to quillians.com. Ya. Then I will do login. You create an account, log in. Yeah. Then you have to type here the top title and the domain. I provide text. Just 1 second. Say using this one. Manufacturing chat engine. I have this text. Then I want the Quillians create a question, or maybe I use this one better. Yeah, I use the same text. I want the Quillians to generate the questions for me. So I type it there. Then here, click the title of aviation. For example, then select the domain, that's technology. Then I go proceed here. And wait. Here you can see processing the content. Okay, now Quillions will generate the question based on a keyword. So you have to look at the keyword. Keywordnya apakah oke atau tidak. Oh, saya ini nggak mau keywordnya ada 30 expert, nggak penting, 70%, maybe not. Maybe I will add aviation, maybe I will add interface and industry. Yeah, they're going to use the this keyword from the text to generate the questions for you. So after you're happy with that, then you go proceed. It's a freemium. Jadi nanti kalau harus go to premium dan segala macam, nggak usah dulu. Ya, nanti kalau sudah and you are happy with that and you think it's useful and also not too expensive, then you can. But my advice, nggak usah dulu. Yeah. Get questions and note ideas. So you click that. Nah, kalau muncul begini, oops, it seems that your content needs some tweaking dan segala macam. Ignore that. Yeah. You go to continue anyway, because when you go back, they will give the AI will try to sell other products. Yeah, because this is a free version. Okay, then processing the content, finish. We have to wait. Then processing the questions might take some time. Yeah, we have to be patient. Yeah, okay, finish. Yeah, this is the questions. So you got 11 questions for ideas, WH question 6, interpretive question 4. Yeah. Now, you can export the questions. Here is only 11. Yeah. Export the questions. You can export that. This is a trick. If you export in Word, you have to pay. In PDF, you have to pay, but you can have TXT for free. Ya, yang free saja dulu. Then you click that, the text document, aviation, click, download it. Let's open it. Yeah. Okay. So this is the text. Factual questions, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Then you have premium questions. What is the major concern in maintenance practice and maintenance practices? Yeah, they provide the answer as well. Okay, interpretive questions, there are 18 questions. So you got questions here. Yeah, it's not perfect. You can always change that. But again, the AI help us in making our life a little bit easier. When you have a text, it's complex text, then you can ask Quillions to help you in creating the text, creating the questions. Yeah. Okay, that's Quillions. Hopefully it's useful. So we learn the Quillions and lesson writer. Yeah. Okay, the next one. Demo and create. So you got the ideas. How many of you, this is more for students, how many of you familiar with readline? Can you respond in the chat box, please? It's a Quillions dollar materials, yes. Okay. How many of you familiar with readline? Can you respond in the chat box, please? No, no, no. Okay. Students. So you can advise your students if they are frustrated. They can create a word on their own, they will provide a flashcard for the students. Yeah, I'm going to do a demo. Later on, you can elaborate more on your own. Yeah, so you go to readlang.com. Again, it's free. It's not only for English. Jadi bisa untuk bahasa Korea, bisa untuk bahasa Arab, bisa untuk bahasa Perancis, macam-macam. Ya, nanti silahkan ditentukan sesuai adat. Like here, I know Indonesia, I'm learning English. Ini bisa diganti-ganti learningnya, banyak banget. Ya. Now, I will show you how it works. Ya, nanti ada library, lalu ada public text. Nanti bisa milih dari sini. Mungkin Mbak Uke tertarik. This is for reading fiction, for example, non-fiction. Jadi dia ada songs, reading text-nya bisa dicari yang dia mahasiswanya atau siswanya suka, or others. Ya, websites dikasih reading list, ya kalau suka, atau you can upload your own text. Ya, kita coba sekarang kita pakai sistem yang upload. Okay, but when you upload this, sorry, saya di dekat bandara jadi harus kadang-kadang mematikan mikrofon. When you upload the text, it should be in TXT. You can ya, but should be in the form of TXT. Saya sudah siapkan TXT-nya. Probably I will use this one. Or this one, the manufacturing of jet engine. Wait. Okay, let's see this. Yeah, okay. I copy that. Then so this is the text. Then I read the text. If I don't understand the word, contributor, I don't understand management. So this will give us the translation. Yeah. So the students will read. They got problem with vocabulary. They click that. Yeah. I'm happy with that, and I read. Now I understand. We'll connect this one into the database of. Okay, let me go back here. Word list. They will put it here, so I can check the pronunciation as well. Okay. Then there is a flashcard for the students to practice. I want to practice 8, for example, word. Yeah, set. Bilang. Oh, dikatakan. Then answer is generated by the AI. Yeah. Then and if I go from here in the library, then the public text again, cite against, then the word list here, it's become my personal word list. Ya, terus ada word list yang ini dari mana, waktu membaca apa, dan segala macam. External kind of collection of vocabulary. Jadi kalau kita ngajar vocabulary itu kan ada yang sudah tahu, ada yang belum. Kalau yang ini vocabulary yang dia memang belum tahu betul, and then that's good for self-study. Yeah. Okay, that's read line. So introduce this to your students. Tentunya diajarin dulu dengan yang gampang-gampang dan seterusnya. Ya. Okay, that's read line. Now, design online material for self-study. I will finish in 10 or 20 minutes, probably, 10 probably. Let's see. How many of you familiar with this one? Learning apps. Yes or no? Can you respond in the chat box, please? Kalau sudah familiar, always use it. Okay, thank you. Not yet, Rama. Not yet. Yes, sudah banyak yang kenal. Ada yang belum. Ya, okay. Not yet. Okay. Now I'm going to do a quick demo. Tentunya tidak perlu terlalu details ya. This is a tools that can create closed text like this. A tools that can create not only closed text but can create matching pair like this using picture, and then you can do the exercise in the pen like this. It's good for students who got a visual type of learners ya. Terus yang kerja di lab, kerja yang di aviation, kerja yang di pabrik gitu, mungkin untuk menghafalkan vocabnya paling mudah dengan gambar. Ya, and then you can create your own apps using this. Ya, sudah banyak yang kenal. You can have a matching pair with picture. You can have a matching pair with also with voice. Sekarang kita coba yang ini. For example, cucumber. Okay, apple with the picture. Air, water. Hijau, orange. Yeah, this is more for self-study type of materials that you can create later. Yeah, this is a simple order and things like that. Can we embed this in our website? Yes, you can. You can embed this in a Google class or in your LMS. Yeah, you can use that. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of tour how to create this. Ya, beberapa sudah kenal, beberapa yang belum. It's not only for learning English, but it also could be appropriate for other subject. So the site is called learningapp.org. Okay. learningapp.org, then you can log in. Register new account. You click that and register and so on. Yeah, I just log in. Then I'm going to show you browse apps first. So this is what's available. It's not only for English, but it's also for other subject. Istilahnya apa ya? Website yang enak untuk membuat quiz yang untuk belajar mandiri gitu kira-kira ya. It's for not only for English, it's for math and so on and so on. Terus di sini ini ada bar yang mungkin bisa memberikan ide nanti kalau kita mau main-main. Ya, this is for vocational and further education, tapi untuk di sini primary schools dan segala macam disesuaikan. Ya, you can explore or browse English as a foreign language. Ada apa yang sudah dibuat orang, bisa dilihat di sana. Cultural identity dan seterusnya, grammar, job dan seterusnya. Ya, okay. Now you can create apps. Create-nya itu mudah sebetulnya. Ya, you have idea yang harus dipunyain. Idenya mau ngapain dulu? Think about that. Pick a template. After you have the template, you just fill in the content and then you save and then you share. As simple as that. Umpamanya, saya mau ngasih contoh ya, matching pair on image. Klik, bahasanya Perancis, nggak ngerti. That's the example, example 1. You can have example 2. This is not for English class, for probably, yeah. Example 3, so that you got the idea what people do, what other people do. You can create apps. Yeah. You create apps, title, A, B, C, for example, task description, for example, label, the picture. Then I select the image. Image-nya you can select your own. Bisa mencari, bisa search di sini. Or if you already play with this, you might give some suggestion here. Yeah. I'm trying to use this one. Okay. So, sudah kita pilih, then place a marker. Click. So, I put a red marker here. Yeah, then save. Add another element, click. Terus kita pilih place a marker. I want this. Okay, save. Okay, enough. Contoh saja. Then I finish. Then they give the preview. Mau edit lagi boleh. When you are happy that, then you can save the app here. Yeah, save. Tapi kayaknya ada yang salah. Label the picture. Let's see apa yang salah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I think I made a mistake. Then you can always edit the apps later. So don't worry. When you make a mistake, yeah, there's always a chance. Look at the right bottom corner and the edit. Kadang-kadang teman-teman bingung, Pak, saya sudah bikin, sudah selesai, tapi ada yang lupa. No worries. Ya, lihat di pojok kanan bawah. Ya. Oke, this is the edit the marker. I put that, tapi jawabannya belum. Ini jawabannya saya mau pakai teks. Ini kan tadi edit the marker di sini. Oke, I edit it there. Save. Then I put the text. The text is cloud. Okay. Then edit the marker here. This is, I'm going to move it here. Then I put save. Then element to assign text to speech. Wave, for example. Okay, I'm happy with that right now. Then I save the app. Okay, nah, then you can embed. Tadi ada yang tanya, bisa nggak di embed? Bisa. embednya ini di bawah ada linknya. Then ini ada link di atas, ini bisa langsung diberikan di WA dan seterusnya ya. Oke, you're happy with that, then click here, cloud. Kalau saya klik here, audio, karena tadi saya pakai speech to text, jadi bisa. So it's not always picture and word, can be picture and sound, picture and so on. So think about that. Ya, itu semua hampir sama langkahnya, sangat mudah. Go to YouTube, there are a lot of tutorial how to use learning apps. Multiple choice, matching, using pictures, and when you browse the apps, then you will got a lot of ideas how to play around with this. Yeah. Okay. That's a learning apps. Ya, di explore sendiri. Sini sudah saya kasih link-linknya nanti untuk mencoba. Okay. Now AI and testing. Ada AI testing punya British Council. It's for free. It's called englishcore.com. So the student can test their own English. Will take about 30 to 40 minutes. Grammar, vocab, reading, and listening. It's free. Yeah. They have to pay when they want the certificate. Kan anak-anak nggak perlu sertifikat. Yang perlu bahasa Inggrisku sebagus apa gitu. Ya, you can have it there. Here you can have the IELTS, you can have the CFR 2A, lalu ada scoringnya. Silakan boleh dicoba. And my prediction is going to be a lot of AI used for testing and giving feedback while learning and so on will come very soon. My prediction, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, teman-teman, thank you very much. This is my email. If you want this slide, ambil saja fotonya. You can go to bit.ly/jatiesp. Ya, if you want to join our discussion yang kadang-kadang tidak terlalu ramai, if you want to know more about technology for language learning, you can join our Telegram group. You go to bit.ly/telegram title. I put that in a chat book, in a chat. Yeah, sorry. Should be https bit.ly/telegram. Itu. Earlier, there is a book that's free on technology as well. I already shared that in the chat, but I'm going to type it again. Maybe you want that. And if you are interested, join the group. Minggu depan kayaknya tanggal 20, lupa saya. Ada sharing session as well from Pak Calvin, UKSW, and another speaker from the UK. Yeah, it's free with e-certificate, so you can register. Yeah, yeah, November 20th. Thank you, Mas Fajar. Pak Tua selalu lupa. Okay, thank you very much. Back to you, Pak Helman. And if there is a question or discussion, monggo.
Okay, thank you very much for Bapak Jati for precious topics. Actually, those websites I have now and here. Thank you, Pak Jati. So we will limit you to only 2 questioners. So please, if you have a question, please raise your hand and then say something about your question. So please, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a question about the topics from Pak Jati, feel free to questions.
You can also type in the chat box. Kalau kalau malu boleh. You can use bahasa Indonesia, that's okay. Bahasa Jawa boleh. Don't use other language that I don't know.
So please, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to
Sudah.
question, please type on chat box or you say in Bahasa, in Java, or in Sunda. We will limit you to question because we have only 10 or 15 minutes more. Silakan Bapak Ibu.
Tidak apa-apa. That's no worries. You can always ask questions in the group later. Okay, Mas Teguh, thank you, Mas Teguh, for inviting me. Yeah, Mas Teguh invited me to be here, so thanks a lot. Nah, ada pertanyaan. May I ask directly, Pak Hilman? Yes.
Okay, ya silakan Ibu Yuliana Ningsih to say something about your question, and also from Ibu Nafi Satu Lutfi, please. Silakan Ibu Yuliana.
Ibu Yulia.
Ibu Yuliana masih di mute ya?
Masih di mute.
Sebentar.
Silakan Ibu, bisa diklik unmute.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Hello, Pak Jati.
Ya, halo Ibu.
Thank you, Pak Hilman. As you said earlier, ya Pak Jati, ya, ESP is not very easy because focus on students' need and it's challenge for us. And actually, I have tried some of tools from you, Pak Jati, and I got from the different webinar that you are a speaker. And actually, most of them are more about writing, ya, Pak Jati, ya. But sometimes I try to use it from student speaking skill, not always. And I always use learning apps also at the beginning for teaching. It's just for brainstorming for my students. And how about tools for speaking, Pak Jati? I've used maybe the first just once, Voice Vice, and just it. And maybe any other tools can be used for speaking skill for my students especially. And because I prefer to apply speaking skills to students. Hopefully, they have willing to speak and they have the confidence to perform their speaking, especially. Maybe is there a special trick or tools for that? Maybe Pak Jati. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ibu Yulia. Speaking, there are many actually. You can try Elsa. That's in if you go to your app store, itu ada aplikasi namanya Elsa. I type it in the chat box. It's called Elsa. That's maybe you can download it. It's for a personal use. Jadi dia akan nanya-nanya lalu teksnya, pronunciation. Basically, they will use a pronunciation assessment for pronunciation. Lalu nanti dikasih exercise-nya, lalu nanti harus niruin gitu. Ya, maybe you can also try dictation. .io kalau nggak salah, dictation.io. Bentar, mungkin saya salah, saya coba dulu. Ya, dictation.io. Nanti wait, supaya nggak salah. Ya, you can try dictation.io. I'm going to share that in the chat. Itu untuk latihan. Kalau kita ngomong terus nanti tulisannya kayak apa gitu. Jadi kalau belum pede, ya baca dulu. Nanti tulisan saya ngomong, tulisan yang di komputer keluarnya sama nggak dengan yang saya baca. Ya, hal-hal kayak gitu mungkin perlu to build up the confidence. Ya. Kalau yang sedang penelitian menarik juga mungkin kan kalau kita transcribing wawancara gitu kan, transcribingnya perlu bantuan bisa pakai dictation.io. Mengenal bahasa Indonesia juga, so try with that. Google Assistant bagus. Hello Google itu untuk speaking. Ya, tanya aja Hello Google, who is the tallest man in the world? Dia tahu. What is the highest tree in the world? Dia tahu. Ya, so ask them to ask anything about playing with Google Assistant, playing with Siri kalau yang punya iPhone itu sama. Ya, ada juga Andi. Nanti cari di App Store namanya Andi. That's good. It's not for speaking, but it's more vocabulary for conversational. Ya, itu menarik juga. Apalagi ya, banyak yang lupa saya. Coba itu dan teriak di grup Telegram, biasanya nanti banyak teman-teman yang jawab di sana. Ya, Orai sekarang berbayar. Ya. Oke, thank you Ibu Julia. Terus tadi ada pertanyaan yang di chat box dari
Ibu Nafisatul Lutfi, tapi ini pertanyaannya sama.
Oh, sama.
I think is it same question with Ibu Yuliana? Is there any application or website for TOEFL, especially speaking activity and assessment? I think this is same question.
Yeah.
With so we have one last question, Pak Jati.
Oke.
Oke, silakan. Silakan Bapak Ibu. If you have questions, one last question. We give a chance.
Can I ask question?
Oke, silakan Bapak Ari, Bapak Teguh Ari Wibowo.
Yeah.
Aribowo.
Thank you very much for the time. But first of all, I would like to say sorry because I cannot open the camera right now because I use the cell phone. And Pak Jati, actually, yeah, every time I join your session, I always have a lot of inspiration, and I also have I got the inspiration from you, and then also have a lot of insight related to the apps. But do you have any suggestion how to select, because we have a lot of option, right? But do you have any criteria when you select an apps for your teaching? Is there any criteria? Because as a teacher, we have to select, right, whether this is appropriate or not. And do you have any principle on it? Thank you very much, Pak Jati.
Okay, thank you, Mas Ari Wibowo atau Mas Teguh ya. Is there any criteria? No. How to select? That's a tricky questions. Jadi yang diselect jangan apps-nya dulu. Kalau apps itu jangan dicari yang bling-bling dulu, jangan dicari yang apa. Pokoknya aku mau pakai app biar keren gitu. Jangan, will not work. Anak zaman sekarang dipamerin dengan yang keren, dia lebih keren gitu. So it's try to use it that's more useful. Mana yang kira-kira akan membantu saya supaya anak-anak bisa menyenangkan, lebih mengerti dan seterusnya. If I can use this better without apps, mungkin jangan pakai apps. Ya. Jadi apps itu digunakan jika memang dibutuhkan banget. Kalau enggak usah. Saya sebetulnya agak nggak setuju dengan PowerPoint-nya dihias sedemikian rupa sehingga it will not attract the students any longer. And a lot of cases when I'm teaching face-to-face, I'm not using PowerPoint. Ya, saya malah menghindari PowerPoint. Anak-anak nggak memperhatikan as well. And I spend a lot of time preparing my PowerPoint. Ya, konsentrasinya justru harus bukan PowerPoint-nya, tapi what's in the PowerPoint gitu kan. Mana yang perlu disampaikan, mana yang tidak. So on the use of that. If you just know a few apps, that's okay. Saya tahu banyak, tapi nggak saya pakai semua. I always use or think about the audience, think about the students. Ya, so if you come to my session, sangat tergantung aku diundang sama siapa. Kalau diundang kira-kira they need a lot of apps in relation to writing, then when I will talk a lot of apps, it's special for writing. You invited me here because in the context of ESP, then I'm thinking selecting apps yang kira-kira membantu Bapak Ibu untuk menghadapi kelasnya pas gitu. Ya, jadi agak tricky sih, Mas.
Yeah, okay. But Pak Joko, can I ask one more question, Pak?
Sure.
When you use, okay, for example, we already selected an app, and then we will use it in our teaching. For example, during this semester, because in my experience, sometimes I have an assumption that students can easily use this app, but in fact many of the students do not familiar with it. Then what I did, sometimes I give an explanation a little bit, but it's prior to the use of this app, but it seems that sometimes there are still difficulties faced by the students. How do you have you ever faced that thing too, and how did you solve that, or did you also like introduce to the student first before you use that app? Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Very simple, Pak Teguh. Kalau saya mau pakai apps, saya coba lebih dari 10 kali. That's for sure. I make sure that I know every single thing. I spend a lot of time, and saya nggak buru-buru. Saya tuh sama teman-teman ITEL suka diketawain. Pak Tua ini paling lama, paling lambat. Nggak mau langsung nyoba. No, I stop, I read, I search, and I think. Baru nyoba gitu. Kalau teman-teman kadang-kadang, Pak ini bagus, bling, and then they try it in the class, then it doesn't work. Because not thinking first. If I know apps, then I search, I read the article first, then I think about that. Ya, better agak ketinggalan nggak apa-apa, nggak usah. Kan tujuannya bukan untuk keren-kerenan. That number one. So I have to try it on my own. Number two, I always try it with my friend. This is my opinion. Try it. I'm going to use this over a cup of coffee, or I use email. I always ask other people's opinion before I use it for my class. Karena when I use it for my class, terus gagal, gawat, terutama dalam masa pandemi. When you made a mistake in the Zoom, no way that you can fix that. Ya, in the face-to-face masih bisa diselamatkan. Nggak prepare, gitu. So you have to know the apps very well. Try it on your own. Don't overwhelm with karena gini, aplikasi itu selalu dibilang bahwa ini bagusnya begini-begini gitu loh. Pertama saya pasti bilang, I don't believe in that. I have to prove it. Kalau ada yang jualan, coba pakai aplikasi A. Ntar dulu, cocok nggak untuk Indonesia? Cocok nggak untuk saya, dan seterusnya. Ya, because there are a lot of apps that's not really appropriate for education. Karena aplikasi itu diciptakan bukan untuk education.
Okay.
Aplikasi diciptakan untuk entertainment, and untuk cari duit, and untuk dan seterusnya. Then education-nya belakangan. Jadi apps itu bagus atau tidak, seksi atau tidak, sangat tergantung pada penyanyinya. The singer is the teacher. Gitu kira-kira. Ya.
Thank you very much, Pak Jati, for the advice.
I think this is the last question. So Bapak Jati. Ya, sepertinya sudah lebih dari 5 menit juga kita ini. For all, do not forget to fulfill the attendance. You can check, you can click on chat box. Once again, thank you very much for Bapak Jati for precious topic. As a young man, young people, I learned a lot from you today. Okay, this event will give back to Ibu Erni as a Master of Ceremony. Thank you very much. See you next time. I will return to Ibu Erni as a Master of Ceremony.
Thank you so much, Pak Jati, Pak Hilman, and our participants for today for the fruitful discussion. Pak Jati, for your information, this is probably the session with most participants by far. Thank you very much. We are grateful to have you here. Hopefully, nggak kapok ya Pak Jati. We will.
Pasti enggak. Nanti kapan-kapan sharing
Thank you.
dengan topik yang lain gitu boleh saja.
Okay, thank you very much, Pak. Okay, in the chat box, as Pak Hilman said earlier, the committee has provided attendance list. Please kindly fill it out for recapping our attendance today and also attaining the certificate attached in the Google form. We also have link to our ESP teachers community in the WhatsApp group. So kindly click on the link. And the recording, some of you asked about the recording because some are coming pretty much late, Pak Jati. So we will record the session. We have recorded the session and we will upload it in our YouTube channel. Later we will inform the YouTube channel through the group. Yeah, please kindly wait. Okay, so before we close the session, allow me to once again ask you to ask your favor to activate your camera for about 2 minutes. We will take a picture together for recapping our session today. Mas Hanif?
We have 4 screens, and this is the first screen. I will count 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Let's go to the second screen. 1, 2, and 3. Next, the third screen. 3, 2, and 1. And the last screen. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, done.
Thank you, Mas Hanif. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the committee of the second expert sharing session on ESP and Tech Tools, we thank you for your attendance and good appreciation to our distinguished guests, our moderator, the committee, and also all of the participants joining today. Hope to see you soon on our third agenda, third expert sharing session soon, ya, insyaAllah. Okay, thank you so much. Allow me to close the session. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you so much, Pak Jati. Thank you
Thank you,
so
Pak
much,
Jati.
Kamiri.
Terima kasih banyak Pak Jati.
Yuk Pak
Thank you.
Jati.
See you soon.
Selalu.
Yuk.
Sampai ketemu lagi.
Terima kasih. Ya, mohon izin pamit ya. Monggo.
Makasih,
Iya,
Pak.
matur nuwun, Pak.
Terima kasih Pak Jati.
Sama-sama, Mbak Uke. Sukses ya.
Terima kasih Pak, sehat-sehat Pak Jati.
Siap. Pamit nggih, monggo.
Oke.
Monggo,
Mari,
Pak.
Pak. Thank you.
Terima kasih.